Have you checked the children? Put your little match up there.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Wanna play?
Sometimes that is better.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
I'm Robert Duell.
And we are continuing our quarantined review series of The Howling. We are picking up with The Howling III, Marsupials, which is a lot of people's redheaded stepchild of the movie. Although, I hear the one that we haven't been able to watch yet, Part 7, might actually be worse because it's a clip show of the rest, except you said one or two of the characters from the other movies return. But it is largely clips from the other movies, so I still need to watch that. I suffered through the other 7. I need to finish that one. But yeah, so we're here to talk about Marsupials, who is a lot of people's least favorite installment. I don't know that I can say it's mine, but I don't know. When we finish our review series, then I'll know for sure, because I haven't talked about the others yet. But yeah, let's get into this one, and I'm going to start off by saying it is a total joke of a movie. However, there are parts of the story that I'm into. So we'll go through that when we get into the story. But overall, it's silly, but we got more werewolf effects than we did in the last movie. So I actually kind of liked some of that stuff, even though some of those effects are just absolutely cringy silly. But yeah, so that's my overall thoughts. What about you, Robert?
I hated this movie. Like, I even remember from watching it back in the day how bad this movie was out of all of them. It's like Season of the Witch for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of that either. Oh
God, it's terrible. But yeah, no, it's like I will definitely agree with you that I like the fact that we saw more werewolves, but the effects were not forgiving and they were laughable. They did, half the time they didn't even look like wolves. They were just like basically giant rats.
Well, they were marsupials, so they were kangaroo-esque.
Yeah, I understand what animal they were based off of and everything like that, but still, I thought it was so dumb.
No, I agree. It is pretty stupid. I mean, I made the thumbnail the nuns, so people are gonna see right up front how dumb they were. But the even dumber aspects of it are where it goes. I mean, the movie is about a young girl who goes in, who's trying to find her way, and she happens across this film production and decides to try and become an actress on the spot, and impresses the director and gets a role. And so she starts to deal with that while there are marsupial wolves trying to track her down for some reason, and we don't know why. And then it's revealed later on that she's actually a marsupial human, or a marsupial wolf human hybrid thing, because she ends up having a pouch with a baby, and like she's like hairy from like chest down and stuff like that. It's just so weird and stupid and incoherent, and I was not a fan. I liked the girl trying to become an actress and getting entangled in wolf culture part of the story, but they didn't lean on that like I was hoping they would. So it kind of went bye-bye for me. What about, how did you like the story?
Like it was okay. Like, you definitely could tell like these tried to make a good story and flesh it out to something. But the biggest thing is just some of the circumstances, like with the wolf tribe and everything that she came from, some of those people. Then you got those like the nuns and everything like that. I don't have anything good to say about this movie. Like,
well,
we'll say one thing. One thing that did stick out to me is there was a cover of Bad Moon Rising from Creedence playing. That I did like that cover that was playing.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that actually stuck out and resonated with me from that movie. The acting wasn't entirely bad.
Yeah, that's what I was going to segue into next. So, did you like the main girl, or who did you think was okay?
Between our main four, I think was the best. The girl who played Jaboa, there was times like her lines felt a little forced and lackluster, but she held for better of what she could.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with the acting. Jaboa's name was distracting every time anyone said it, but she kind of went back and forth. When she was the doe-eyed new girl, I kind of liked her more than when she had to be the marsupial mommy. It kind of, once she slid into the effects, the acting slid away, I think. But overall, it's barely serviceable B-movie Drek. I did like the over-the-top director with the giant shades and the track jacket and stuff like that. Like, I thought he was kind of funny. So there were a couple of character type actors that were playing their roles fine, but yeah, it's just a little bit. It's just so off at times, But again, getting into the effects, while there's some that are stupid, like the kangaroo wereroos. The nuns, like, they were really stupid, but some of the effects weren't bad. I mean, there was at least more wolf stuff than we got in the second movie, which made me happy. What about the effects for you?
Like for the most part, I did not like 90% of the effects. There were certain ones that, like, detail wise, I liked. We'll take, like, say, it's more towards the end, like during a big transformation and everything like that, during on a soldier's camp, and everything. I did like the detail for the head, like that was kind of cool because they did briefly explain of what was going on and who they were. But other than that, it's like, even like, I understand, like, with that, like the B movie thing, like what they were making, but holy crap, that werewolf looked atrocious.
Yeah, it doesn't even have any eyes from what it looks like. It's just a flat head,
little pinheads and everything.
Yeah, that thing is silly. There's a GIF of it that's pretty funny. But yeah, it's ridiculous, and ironically, I think that's what most people think the wolves look like in the movie because that's all they remember from seeing it one time. Because why would you watch it more than that, except to review it for a channel on YouTube? So yeah, there's not a whole lot more to say about the Howling 3 Marsupials, guys. It's just not really worth your time. Oh, you got something to say? Go ahead.
One thing I will say and everything, I did like the whole scientific thing that they threw in there with kind of the experimentation, because it was coming to light in everyone's eyes throughout the world. Yeah. So like the whole experimentation, like with the flashing lights and whatnot, I thought that was cool, because that was a little bit of a foreshadowing, at the end.
That's right. Oh, the flashing lights thing, and that's supposed to stop them or cause the transformation, right?
Because it causes bodily stress, almost like epilepsy.
That's right. I forgot about that aspect of it. Ugh, yeah. See, so there is one or two interesting things in this movie.
Yeah, but that's a problem with it, is they tried throwing so much stuff into the story, it got too mixed up and you lost everything.
Yeah, too much marzipan. Yeah. Yeah, so I agree with you, but yeah, so I don't know. It's not the complete waste of time that some people would have you believe, because the interesting stuff is at least interesting, and the bad stuff is really so bad that you can enjoy it on that level at least. So I don't know. Why don't you guys let us know in the comments down below? What do you think of the Howling 3 Marsupials? Do you have good thoughts about it? And if you do, again, like the last movie, I will ask you, when's the last time you actually watched it, if you have good feelings about it. So I'd be curious to know y'all's thoughts. So we'll be back with our review of the Howling 4, the original Nightmare. So if you guys enjoyed the video, click the like button and subscribe. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird.
I've been Robert Duell.
And remember, guys, stay scared.
Stay scared.